weren't right anyway, man.
That's right.
Yeah, the scriptures say they're going to follow Yahweh Shai's voice. Right. They're not going to follow the voice of a stranger.
That's right.
And that's those guys.
Oh, you already got
I got a scripture. This is for those guys that say, yeah, we should be out there building businesses and forming businesses and making all kinds of money, because that's what they say. Instead of, which, like Elder Tar said, we don't have. Yeah, like Elder Tar said, we don't. Okay. Like Elder Tar said, we don't have anything against you trying to form a little business, trying to make a little money, like the scriptures say about the daily bread. Right. And the scripture also say that money is a defense. But when you all about making businesses, all about money, and meanwhile the word of the Lord is suffering, that's when you're wrong. Exactly. All right? And I got a scripture. This is Proverbs 23, beginning at 4. It says, labor not to be rich. Now, we all know the real riches is the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Lord. That's the real riches, pursuant to Romans 11 and 33. It says, cease from thine own wisdom, because that's what those guys are coming with. They're coming with their own wisdom. We got to be self-sufficient. We got to have many businesses. We got to teach Israel to be self-sufficient. First of all, we're under the curses. And the only one that can liberate us from the curse or those curses is Yahweh Shai. And that's what Yahweh Shai is coming to do, liberate the elect from the curses. Going to the 5th verse. Wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not? Because all these businesses you're telling them to try to create, is that going to save you from those nuclear missiles? You know, those hordes of businesses you want to create, is that going to save you from those nuclear missiles? The answer is no. All right? Wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle toward heaven. Because they're talking about gathering all these FRNs, these Federal Reserve notes. They're about to do away with this so-called money system and institute the chip. So now what you're going to tell them? You know? You know what you're going to tell them, you wicked niggas? You're going to tell them, well, take the chip. We got to be self-sufficient. So they don't have money anymore, but they have the chip. Take the chip. You got to survive, right? Reading to the 6th verse, eat thou not the bread of him that have an evil eye. Again, what did Yahweh Shai say about the eye? He said, if your eye is single, your whole body is full of light. What does that mean? You're out there, you go out there and you teach the word. That's a single eye. But when you're talking about, yeah, you can teach the word, but you got to build businesses, that's an evil eye. All right? Eat thou not.
And I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
Any of you camps out there and GMS, the leaders, your structure, ranking structure that you have, if you got a guy that's going to come in, he ain't going to come in and shoot up and be the third in command. He going to be a soldier. You know, he got to go through the ranks. And then now if you got new guys in here now, you got to ask them, wait a minute, this thing been going out since 2007. Where was you on Mars for the last X amount of years? Yeah. You got to question him, man. Yeah. And you got a lot of spies up in there, man, that work for the feds, man. That's right. You got a lot of infiltrators up in your camps, man.
That's right. That's right.
And it's up to you leaders to know if a guy's going off, man.
That's right.
You know, it says a little leaven if the whole lump. Right. Because Gabar, when he went down there, he had to do a little house cleaning, man.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Because you guys that are calling yourself leaders, you ain't stepping up to the plate.
Hey, well, Elder Tar, you know, he said it. He said, you know, you got these guys you desire to be leaders, but you don't want the responsibility or the sacrifice that comes with being a leader. All right? When you're a leader, that means you have to totally sacrifice yourself. What does Romans 12 say? Applied, set as a living sacrifice. All right? So as a leader, you don't have time to be bullshitting around. You got to sacrifice yourself, and you got to apply yourself totally. All right, I'll just finish the verse. It says, eat thou not the bread of him that have an evil eye, neither desire thou his dainty meats. And a lot of you know, these guys that telling these weak Israelites you got to build businesses, build bigger and better businesses. You desire to be like the so-called white man. But what the Lord said you're going to destroy this place, America. All right, and he's going to destroy the power of the so-called white man. So businesses is not going to save you.
Quick precept. Ecclesiasticus chapter 38, verse 24. It says, the wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure, and he that hath little business shall become wise? How can he get wisdom that holdeth the plow and that glorieth in the gold?
That means if you're trying to make all that daggone money, how you going to do the work of the Lord, man? Listen, that's right. Listen, man, like Elder Tahar said, it's not a sin if you get an oil table going. Or, man, you got brothers amongst us. We got our little hustles, little daily bread.
It's not if a brother coming to the truth and he got a car dealership, you know, or he's a doctor or a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to tell him, look, brother, you know, give up your car. Well, this is what the Lord said. Among the rich, he said, take what thou have, give to the poor, and follow me. The Lord didn't tell him to go and do this and set this business up and expand your business and all that. All right?
I got some real quick. This is Joshua chapter 7, verse 10. And the Lord said unto Joshua, get thee up, wherefore liest thou thus upon thy face? Israel have sinned, and they have also transgressed my covenant which I commanded them. For they have even taken of the accursed thing, and have also stolen and dissembled also, and they have put it even among their own stuff. Therefore the children of Israel could not stand before their enemies, but turned their backs before their enemies, because they were accursed. Neither will I be with you any more, except you destroy the accursed from among you. You know, like the scriptures say, a little leaveneth the whole lump. So basically, this particular, which was Achan, he had taken some of the stuff from the Babylonians, you know, the Canaanites that they had, and the Lord started jacking Israel up. So the Lord said, look, I'm not going to be with you until you get rid of this wicked person or this wicked element from among you. You know, so they had to get rid of that person, and what they do, they burn him, his family. You know, the stuff that he had. Why? Because the Most High, you know, he's very adamant about that.
Real quick. This is First Timothy, again, talking about these businesses. First Timothy 6 and 5. It says, perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain, make all these businesses, we got to be self-sufficient, supposing that gain is godliness, from such withdraw thyself. Stay the hell away from them guys, man. But godliness, another word for godliness is righteousness, with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. And having food and remnant, let us therewith be content. That's what Yahushua said. He said, give us this day our daily bread. Reading on the 9th verse, but they that will be rich fall into temptation. And you heard the example when Elder Tahar talked about Yashuan, when he talked about Lahab, when they were making all that money. What was they? Now, the scriptures speak about willing to distribute. Was they taking that money and helping other brothers with it? Hell no.
What they were doing was talking shit about the brothers that didn't have nothing, man. That was struggling, man. Them guys, the first year they made about $2 million, man. The second year they made about close to $4 or $5 million, man. They were bringing thousands a day, man. Because they had, like 50 tables out there, man. Then they were selling the garments. They were making money hand over fist, man. They were making all kind of money, man. And then this weak-ass nigga Lahab, he had set up that New Jack City school. And to show you how weak this dude was, man, there was nothing strong up. You know, he looked strong. He had that, you know, that Darth Vader, you know, troop, okay, all right, troop, okay, you come up the wrong way, you're going to get the boot, okay? Okay, troop. That was the act. I saw right through that nigga, man. And even my woman saw right through him. I said back when I thought he was righteous, I had introduced one of my women to my woman that I had, that I, you know, I said, well, this is Lahab, this is Mashar, this is this brother. And then later that night, she said that guy, the tall guy that stands all, you know, that guy's weak on the inside. So I got mad at her, man. I said, what you talking about? Yeah, he's strong on the outside, but he's the type of guy that when he goes home to his wife slaps him around. Then years later, he confessed to me that Aurora used to slap his ass around, man.
The East Indian woman.
Yeah. And I told the dude, I said, you backhand that bitch, man. I said, you backhand that bitch. Then the guy walked, he stepped away from me like I was crazy and shit, man. And then that damn woman, that you wanted to marry. Years later, I didn't see it, brother. These two elders right here. But that's back when y'all were brothers. Now y'all elders. Elder Gabar, right? Elder Gabar and Elder Ricard. It was on 86th Street, walking down the street, hand in hand with a white man.
That's right.
Yep. Elder Tahar, can I add to that? I just got to add to that. That was the same woman. We could find it, man. I know we could find the show, and we'll show you. She was on the Montel Williams show.
Montel, I got it somewhere.
Very popular. We'll put it up there just to prove it. Her and the other nigga, Shia Liar, the biggest ass kisser in the history of brown noses.
Brown nose. That's Brown Nose Jones, you know.
Okay.